Matt DeLauriers is a 29-year-old generative artist and creative coder from Toronto, Canada, currently based out of London. He graduated in 2013 from Queen's University, getting a Bachelor's of Arts in Film, Cinema, and Video Studies. He writes code and software to create images, print artwork, motion graphics, physical installations, websites, and other forms of art. He mostly works with JavaScript, Chrome, and Node.js. These are mechanical pen plotter prints. These prints are created with an AxiDraw V3, a robotic drawing machine. Matt writes the code that sends instructions to the robotic arm to produce prints. The machine sometimes produces subtle imperfections and differences between each artwork, making the prints feel original and almost handmade. I think this is an interesting take on the blending of machine and human-made art. A person wrote code as the machine's instructions, but it was the machine that actually produced the work. However, this machine draws using a physical medium like pens and markers. This is not digital art in the traditional idea of the term, but it uses technology to assist with the production, so it's not purely human-made.
Between December of 2017 and March of 2018, one of Matt's most recent accomplished projects was a digital installation and interactive light sculpture called Lumos that responds to human warmth. As described by Matt DeLauriers himself, he states that, when left alone in the park, the sculpture emits a beacon of cold blue light and beckons for an audience. As the viewer approaches, thermal imaging is used to detect and capture their body heat. In turn, the light within the sculpture temporarily shifts to warmer hues of red, orange, and yellow. Matt has created an experience between human interaction and his code to give a sculpture a life of its own, stimulating an emotional reaction from one standing in front of it, especially at night. Its sleek and geometric structure is inspired by the classic cairns and warming huts used for centuries by winter explorers in Canada. Lumos is currently on exhibition at Ontario Place Park in Toronto, Canada.
In May of 2018, Matt worked with Dog Studio, a branding agency in Chicago, to create an interactive experience to engage the visitors of Chicago's famous Navy Pier. Together they developed Enchanted Waters. The installation stretches 30 feet long on a wall of screens displaying a real-time 3D underwater environment. The piece was selected for its design-free motion approach. With the use of many motion-sensing cameras, the code creates a reflection of the audience made up of a school of enchanting fishes. The experience is magical and has brought joy to people of all ages visiting the pier. For a conference in 2018 in Berlin, Matt created a large piece of generative artwork on a giant projection surface. What made the piece extremely interesting was that it was running entirely in real time within a Chrome tab. The conference lasted for 2 days, and the artwork was shown in the opening sequence of the event, during breaks, and surrounding the speakers' slides during talks. The generative code continually evolves, creating endless unique visuals, meaning that everyone at the event never saw the same beautiful composition twice. This piece of work was a brilliant example of how to use code in surprising ways, because it changed the entire experience of a typical event.